Hi, my name is Amanda. I am a postpartum doula and I am training to become a birth doula. And I am here today to talk to you about the role of a birth doula. I recorded this once already and started going way over into detail and was talking about like the size of a newborn's tummy at the second week. And I'm like, okay, yes, this is definitely part of the job of a birth doula, but this isn't what we need to talk about right now. Now that we've got that out of the way, the job of a birth doula ultimately is to advocate for your client. And a lot of that advocacy happens through prenatal education. So, all throughout your client's pregnancy, once they get in contact with you up until their birth, you are providing them support and education and listening to what they want their birth to be like and educating them on how they can achieve that. And then once you are at the birth, not intervening, not talking to medical staff for them, and never speaking for your client. But once the medical staff leaves, you can check in with your client and say, hey, do you understand what they said? Do you understand what the next steps are? Can I help answer any questions? Do you want me to help draft a list of questions that we can have when the medical staff comes back in that you can ask them and get clarifying answers for? Or, checking in with your client and saying, hey, the nurse is asking about anesthesia or about an epidural. And, we talked for a long time over the last couple of months about how you don't want to have an epidural in birth. Do you want to talk about other pain comfort measures that we can use before we go to an epidural? And then if your client is deciding to change their mind, supporting them in how they're changing their mind, because as a doula, it is always our job to meet your clients with what their goals are and to support your clients through their goals. And goals change. And as a doula, we need to be prepared to have that goal change and to assist in the changing of the goals. So birth doulas provide support. We speak to families and to medical staff with emotional intelligence. We provide education to our clients. We offer support to the birthing support. So if that's dad or partner or a family member that's there supporting the birthing person, we are not the birthing person's sole support. We are there to advocate for them. So if we have, for instance, a single mother by choice, we are not going to step in and be their sole supporting person. We're still going to encourage them to have a friend or a family member there to be their birth support person. Because at the end of the day, we are professionals and we can't stay with them forever. They need to have a community. And I think as a doula, it's part of our job to encourage our clients to build community and to show them how to build community if they don't know how to do that. If that's connecting them with parenting groups or with a nanny or a household manager or something that they might need. It's our job to help them find those resources to be able to refer out to help them build their community. So as birth doulas, we advocate, we don't speak for our clients, we provide them comfort measures, we provide education, we help them build their community, and we speak with emotional intelligence to both our client and to medical staff. We support the support person. So if the support person has been at the hospital for hours and we realize that they're skipping meals, we offered to go get a meal for them. Or we offered to give them time to step away so that they can get themselves a meal, because you might not want to eat in front of a birthing person in a hospital. It's also really important that we are able to identify breastfeeding issues and to be able to help mom with those first couple of latches in the hospital, to be able to make sure that baby is transferring, and to be able to notice anything about breastfeeding and the breastfeeding relationship that may not be going super smoothly, and to know immediately when we need to call lactation in. And then just continuing to provide consistent support, consistent and reliable support, both through the pregnancy, during the birth, and immediately after the birth. And knowing when after the birth it's time to refer out, whether they need a postpartum doula, a nanny, or even like a meal delivery service. So ultimately, I think what is really important about the role and the job of a doula is to be able to provide information, to advocate, to empower our clients to speak for themselves, and to be able to refer out and to have a good list of referral sources.